Greetings and welcome to the Pampering Myself podcast. I'm your host, Pam Jones, aka Jonesy. Our mission is to empower women in every facet of life, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Join us as we explore self-care, personal growth, and holistic wellness, inspiring you to embrace your journey and nurture your inner strength. So grab your favorite snack or beverage, snuggle up in your favorite chair, and relax, because every woman deserves a little pampering. So there's something about retirement that most of us look forward to. A certain time in our life where we get to relax and do the things that we think we want to do until we get there. And I remember thinking I knew exactly what I was going to do and how it was going to feel. I had this all pictured in my head and what my days would look like, how I would feel, and how life would just open up. But the truth, it didn't unfold that way. And I thought that it would. And now I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. So today we're going to talk about retirement, what it looks like, how it feels. And I have some ladies joining me. We've all been here in different stages of retirement. So just some interesting facts of how we feel, some information we want to share about what it looks like. Gwen, I'm going to say you are fully retired, and I'm going to use that word fully retired only because you are now working in an area that you didn't work, let's say your 9 to 5, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And then I'm going to say Berlin, who's also retired. I'm going to say semi-retired for Berlin, only because I think this, her term of retirement was part of what she inspired to do and wanted to do when she came out of corporate. Is that correct, Berlin?
That's correct.
Okay. So instead of this feeling like a Q&A, I want us to just talk, because I think we've all had that moment where it hit us like, this is real. I know for me, it wasn't some big dramatic moment. It was quiet, almost like a realization that settled in before I had time to fully process it. I think because I never returned to the office after COVID, it was kind of a smooth transition into retirement because I had worked from home for 5 years. And then I just decided I was tired of working, even from home. You get burned out. So, Gwen, I'd like to start with you. What did that moment look like for you? Kind of take us through what you thought retirement was before you retired.
Okay. I need to tell the story of how it led up to retirement. I was asking people, what is it? When do you know when you're retired? When do you know when you're retired? They always said, you'll know. Up until a year before, I started I was in education. So, I started talking to the principal and other people. They could not give me a solid answer. But light bulb rung when the principal would call me to her office along with someone who was just started off. And I would have to take my notepad to write down what the principal was telling me. And that young lady just remembered, and we both went back to our prospective rooms. I forgot what I even wrote down. It was look vague to me. And she started just talking and having a good time. And I felt that I was going into my end of my years here because I was not as vibrant as the young lady was. I didn't raise my hand to participate as much as she did. Then I had a friend who, she told me, my husband said she was retiring. He said, go and retire. Now she was 10 years younger than me. We sat down at individual computers, and all of a sudden, she called me at 11:58 at that moment of retirement and said, we have 2 more minutes. And I touched it, that all my paper was going to go in. And it was, guess what? I'm retired. I'll be retiring in another month. I hadn't prepared. It was just things just trickled to that point. And it was just a little shocking because for me, I wasn't really ready. It was the time of years that I had placed in there. And I knew I could do something else after retirement. Mm-hmm. That's how I felt, which I end up nonstop.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get to that later. Berlin, how about you?
Well, I guess I have a little different story. I was working in the corporate world, General Motors. And at the time I was working, we were taking on an area that I enjoyed doing, not necessarily my husband, but he went along with me and we started investing in real estate. We always knew, and everybody knew, that the way to a little bit of wealth is through real estate. But I was working in the corporate world, and the corporate world is very political, and I have to say that in my last position, it was very challenging, and it was challenging because the other administrative assistant married my boss. So you know how my life was leading up to her marrying the boss, and with us being in the same department. So I said, I don't have time for this. But on the same note, I was taking my lunch hours, taking care of business with my real estate, taking care of the real estate business. I said, this is getting too much. It was wearing me down, and we had 2 kids that were very active. So what we decided at that time, we already had real estate. I think we were buying real estate, a property every year. We would try to get the property before December 31st so we can file it on the taxes in April. So we decided to buy an 8-unit apartment building that would help to supplement my income. And so I put in my notice that I was going to retire. I was only 40 at the time, and my husband agreed, he was working, and that I would spend most of the time in handling the real estate business, dealing with tenants, eviction, everything. There was no stone unturned. So it was an experience. And I was not only trying to be a landlord, I tried to run a different business where helping the least of working with some of the agencies and partnering and collaborating with the agencies. And I did that I'm still doing it, but I'm downsizing. I was 40 when I left the corporate world, and I did real estate all the way, still a little bit now, still some real estate now. But I realized at a certain point that I needed to quit. Things happened in life. The children were grown. They went their way. So there was no need to really hustle that hard. But we were working thinking that, okay, we're going to have something for retirement. But life will throw you some ringers. And as it turns out, at this point in my life, I was 40. I'm going on 76 now. So it is truly time for me to really, truly retire. And I always say there is life after 70. So I would say to anyone, if you're in a business or you're working, you need to have your ducks in a row by the time you get 60. And if you have your own business, you need to designate someone else who's going to operate your business if you decide to keep it past 60 and past 70. You need to let someone operate your business the way you think you want it, so you can be on hand to see how they're going to operate and how it's going to work out for you, and see if it's going to be beneficial for you, paying them and paying all the other things that come with real estate. I am at a point, because I do want to do something else, and I have been engaging myself and doing something I like. I like the theater.
Wait, Berlin, I don't want you to get ahead of yourself.
Okay.
Because technically your real estate is your retirement second chapter.
Yes.
I know, yeah. I happen to know you have a third chapter. So I'm going to stop you right there too.
Yeah.
That is actually moving into your real retirement.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So we can cruise into that.
Yeah. So I'm going to stop you right there on that one. Just for me, people say, well, why did you really come out of, why did you stop working? Because you were working from home. I mean, and really, it was easy. It was easy to work from home. I didn't have anybody down my neck. I will say there was really no accountability. I basically could do what I want to do, but I wasn't doing what I wanted to do. I still had a job. I still had to do the job. And even when I retired, it took me a while leaving out of the house at 12 o'clock or doing errands to feel like I was stealing. You know what I mean? Because I was accustomed to working from home.
Your time.
Right. Yeah, my time. So it was an adjustment, but it was freedom. And of course, as I was sharing with, I think both of you know that my sister was sick. So I spent a good deal of a year helping her.
Caregiver.
Her transition, like a part-time caregiver. So the time just really flew by. So what I expected out of it was some of what I've gotten, the thought of freedom, of being able to do kind of what you want to do when you want to do it. So that was kind of what I look forward to, not like what our parents did or grandparents did, because they went home and may have just sat down and did nothing. Now, there's people who still do that, and there's nothing wrong with it. But I happen to know the three of us, that's not us.
Oh, it's not. It's not.
No.
It's not. Go ahead, Gwen.
Yes, as soon as I retired, I believe it was a month later, I was already headed towards another job. I heard read that you don't sit down when you retire. So I've used that idea. Plus, my father retired when I was 13. I saw him not sit down, but to continue with the needs and the responsibilities with other jobs that he needed to do. So for me, it was just natural for me to go into something else. And I went into about 5 things, I think, since I retired.
A true entrepreneur.
So would you all agree that the emotional aspect, is there some emotional aspect to retiring? Like it's beneficial to keep doing something to keep your mind sharp or your energy level up? I mean, have you found that, is there a medium? Are you doing too much, or do you think you're not enough?
Well, actually, you will slow down. Your energy level will go down, and it will truly go down just before 70. At 70, you will feel the energy level, and you can have to kind of pace yourself, because you'll find yourself wanting to take naps in order to keep doing what you want to do. And it's true that your body will let you know when you need to slow down. I can remember thinking, I need to go back to work to rest, because I was doing too much things on the outside. After I left the corporate world, I was extremely, extremely busy. And you wonder, how did I squeeze all that in when I was working?
Absolutely.
But you do have a lot of freedom, but your freedom, you have to really control what you get involved in and really sort things out and see where is your true passion or what chapter you want to write from here on out. I do agree is don't sit around waiting for God to come. Let him catch you living because he'll know where to find you. So don't stop living. Most people do not prepare for retirement. Whatever you enjoy doing, you need to do it before you leave your corporate world. Even just get your feet wet in the area that you want to be a part of. Because that's when the weight comes in, when you don't plan or you just leave work and now you say, where am I? Because you can get complacent. You can get stuck in the house and you just sit there and rock in a rocking chair. And that is not good. And
Go on.
So again, you have to not base it on what everybody else, because life will throw you a ringer. You could be a caregiver. You never know. You do not have that control, and you have to adjust your life, and you have to give of your life when someone else is sick. We don't want to say a sacrifice, but it just happened. That's just the way life is.
Right.
I can remember taking care. I had to take care of a neighbor who was not my relative or anyone. Took for him for a year and a half because he was a long-time neighbor that lived some houses down the street from me, and we were always be on committees and do different things. And he didn't have any real family that lived here in the States. And I realized I gave of myself to help into a system as a caregiver. And my sister had some big challenges, and I'm dealing with that now. So your life will come to a halt. And you have to also remember, you need to put the mask on you first. Take care of you before you have to get too involved with others, and work on having a team. But I agree with keeping busy. You have to keep physically moving, whether it's swimming to keep the bones going, whether it's just walking. You don't have to run. If you can run, that's good. But I believe in truly at least 3 days a week, and I'm on that regimen now. It's challenging, but I have found, and there's so many opportunities today, even for joining the fitness club and even going somewhere where there's a swimming pool to keep your whole body moving. So it's about health. We get to a certain point and the whole focus is how healthy are you? Yes. And what are you doing about it? So, and I have a little fear with, there's something going on with the millennium generation with this dementia. There's incontinent skills. And I've seen people who have been avid readers, professors. It does not pick and choose. It just go across the board. So we have to be aware of that. As far as our health and keeping engaged. And I think one of the secrets is most people retire and they go home, and most folks only have themselves. You can't be alone. It's good to be out and among people. You have to pick your people, a group, whether you have this group you go to the movies with, the other group you go to the music, concerts with. So you really have to build on relationships and being friends and being active. So there's a lot of things that are going on. So I don't want to go too ahead.
There's also some basic routines once you retire that I've also read about, and I notice it kind of works with me. You start off with a 9-to-5 job, getting up probably 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the morning. I find myself continuing to do that and staying in a routine, getting up, getting ready as if I have something to go to or to do. Then I tend to be more active. If I get up in the morning and lay around, let me look at the channel 2 or 4 or 7 a little longer, I'm still there at 11, 12, and 1 o'clock. So that routine of getting up, as you did working, but maybe an hour later, now that you're retired. But getting your face together, get your clothes together, and act like you're about doing something. I found that is beneficial for me.
Good.
Right, Gwen. I'm gonna tell you now. My normal routine going in the office was getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and that was only because we had that hour commute. Then when I started working at home, because my time didn't really start until 7, I would wait until 10 minutes to 7 to get up. So that worked out. And when I retired, my goal was to at least sleep in till 9. So my clock now is the coffee pot, which goes off at 9. And when it's finished at around 10 minutes later, then that's when I get up. But what I also found is some of the things that were routine, I have to now set my timer on my watch. For example, I take my morning medications and then I have evening medications. I have to set the alarm to tell me every day to take them, because I'll look over there and say, oh, those are yesterday's pills, or oh, I forgot to take my morning pill. So some things I have noticed that I have to be reminded of that routine. But you're right. If I don't get up and get dressed and get out the way, time will slip. And before I know it, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's 3 o'clock. And then I feel like the whole day is gone. And that's still a work mindset I have, because I was getting off at 3:30 and basically the day was gone. So,
Yeah.
And they say for purposes of things like medications or timing with your body and things like that, to keep those routines. Get up at the same time every day and go to bed at the same time every day. So those are some of the things that you're right, that we should do. Now, if someone was on the edge of retirement, just about to retire, what would be a recommendation? I know, Berlin, you kind of mentioned don't wait till you retire to find a hobby or a skill. So Gwen, I'm going to ask you first. I know you have a lot of things that you enjoy doing and some of the things that you discovered during retirement. When you retired, what did you jump into first, and how did you decipher it all?
What did I jump into first? Once I retired, like I said, it was all of a sudden, I just pushed a button and then said, oh, I'm not ready. What I'm going to do? But I already wanted to go into my public speaking once I retired. However, since it was so immediate, I went right back into a school system and started helping the kids for about 10 years. And I had to have something to do. Not only, I guess I was just into so much a routine. I needed to still care for what I enjoyed. And I did enjoy working with the kids. Then sometime you notice that, well, I may need a little extra money. And I started working other jobs, side jobs, even then. I had the time. Now, there's such different situations, because if you're talking about with me since 2010, and this is 2026, there have been deaths, there has been sick illnesses that has slowed me up with looking for a type of job that I really want. However, I think if you have in your mind, I'm not going to sit down, I think that's what have worked with me with everything.
So was there a passion? I'm not going to
sit down and look at this. I have a candy jar of things I've always wanted to do within my life.
Right.
So I'm just picking from that candy jar. And
Oh.
I may complete it. I may go 3/4, and then all of a sudden the candy jar starts getting better looking for me, and I pick something else. Or I've traveled where I hadn't traveled before. Now it led me that opportunity to do that. But what I also noticed, my friends were at work, because my friends were at work. My organizational friends, my church friends, I could go from one to the other. I had a big community of people that I could. But the true friends, I was a little lonely because I left them at work. So during the day, I couldn't talk to them and have big discussions.
Right.
And that I would tell someone, getting out, once again, once you're retired, is something, is that you need to make new friends and join organizations. And it won't be like the friends you've had at your job, because that's a whole different conversation. However, I felt a little lonely for a while because it was 12 o'clock in the afternoon, 1 o'clock. And I said, I don't have anybody to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
So that was something that kind of bothered
Yeah, see,
me.
that's part of that emotional part I mentioned earlier, that some of those things that you don't think about until you're in it, that, you know, when you retire, if your group of people that you normally hang around with aren't doing the same thing, or they have other obligations, then you have a whole nother transition in life. And that's why they say a lot of times, even with, you know, seniors, the older people, all their friends die off, people they know, then they're just left to themselves and nowhere to go. I know one of the things that I had thought about or visioned for myself when I retired, something simple. I wanted to sit on my patio with a cup of coffee. I wanted to just sit there and relax in the morning. That hustle and bustle of going to work every day, ripping and running, a coffee on the go. I haven't had that chance yet to sit on the patio. It was the spring is just now coming, and we haven't yet uncovered it. And I retired the end of last year, so I still didn't do it then. But I intend to do it now. But what I have done is on Sunday, when I get ready for church, my niece has been going with me on Sunday. So one Sunday morning, we got to church and I said, I'm getting ready to get my second cup of coffee. And she said, second cup? You have coffee before you left home? And I said, yeah. She said, well, why would you fix coffee and you know you come into church to get coffee? I said, because I need 20 minutes in the morning to sit with a cup of coffee, to sit with myself before the world asks all of these things of me. So I need that me time in the morning. And Sunday seemed to be the only day right now that I can get it. And then I go to church.
But you're still too busy.
I'm still too busy. Yes.
I'm in the same mode. I agree you have to have a certain amount, but I'm in trying to stay in the mode of just move when I want to move, but I still have obligations, or I still obligate myself to things. And if you join whether it's the senior citizen, which is a good place to go when you retire, because they're so active. They're active senior citizens. So you have to pick and choose which one you have. And that'll keep you busy. So I am involved in this senior citizen group, which I have 3 classes, and that's 2 days a week. And my own personal, just going to the gym the other 2 days, it still keeps me quite busy, and I still have a business that I'm running. But I'm at a point now that I think it's truly time for me to really make a transition, downsize, so I can truly be able to sit in my backyard with a cocktail and a water hose to water some flowers. I have not done that yet, and I've been at 40 years old, so it's been over 35 years I have not truly done that for myself. And that's because when you do have a business, you have to get up whenever the business calls. So it's controlling your life and whether you controlling its life.
Right.
So when you get to that point, it's time to, like I remember Gwen said, you want to know, when it's time to let go? When it's time? So I tell my husband, so we're in this mode now, and your kids don't always like what you like or want to go into your business. Your business not going to always fit your kids. So you have to accept that, back off, and make some different changes in life. And I think we're in this mode. My husband and I are in this mode now because this business was our business. We can't put it on our kids to take
Right.
over. Remind me of some movie that guy was trying to make his son stay home and he wanted to be somebody totally different. So I don't obligate or make my kids feel guilty that they need to come and take over this business, because money is not the end all. I think peace and joy and health is it, because when we leave this earth, we can't take none of that with us.
Right.
Relationships are good, and you need your friendships. You need to have your friend that you can do things with. And you're right, Gwen is right. Sometimes I find I say, he ain't get no phone calls in a couple of days. Where are my people? I think I've even told you, Pam. Pam, you ain't called me. You usually be on point calling me sometimes. But you do have to be open to make new friends.
Right.
Especially in the arena that you want to be in, whatever you want to be. I want to be in the entertainment world. So now I'm making a transition to see where I can fit in, if possible. And if not, I'm not going to sweat it. I'm just
It'll
keep
just
moving
be
forward.
fun.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you this question. So, Berlin, since you're talking now, if you didn't have to go back to work, no real estate, you're in that final chapter now. Berlin gets to finally do what Berlin wants to do. What is it?
I've already started doing some, but I can't do it 100%.
Well, tell us, if it was 100%,
Well,
what would it be?
like I probably would continue doing and embrace my friends a little bit more and get them, hey, we're going to travel. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's go to this concert. Just see what's out there the world has to offer for entertainment, relaxation, and it's without feeling obligated or waiting for a phone call, you need to come over and do this. Mm-hmm. And I think that we have already established, whereas we don't have to chase the mailman.
Right.
Month.
Let's say money's off the table.
Yeah, money's off the table.
Finance is not an issue. What would you enjoy doing if you didn't have to worry about money, time, or real estate, a job?
Honey, I would be a motivational speaker. I would put more time into that and actually still do what I'm halfway doing now. I have backed off committees. I'm not going to be the pilot. If I can help you in one day, but being a pilot of a committee, no. I do feel like there are some causes that we need to do to change the world, but I want to get those 30s and those 40 folks involved so I don't have to do it. Even down to the family reunion. I'm not going to plan any more family reunion. Those 40s, 50s, and maybe 60s need to plan. I'm going to be the one that the senior, y'all bring me my plate. Bring me this. And I'm experiencing some of that now because my son has taken me on a couple of trips. I'm traveling a lot more since I'm moving towards. We have gotten rid of a third of our real estate that was causing, which I felt that was causing too much work for me. And so we're still in the position of downsizing and letting go. Mm-hmm. And so I think by the end of this year and next year, I will be free. I'm hoping I'll be free.
Okay. All right, Miss.
I have faith.
Well, we're going to pray with you.
Yes.
Gwen, what's your, we're going to manifest these dreams. Gwen, if you didn't have, money was not an issue and you could do whatever it was.
There's a few things. It's not just sitting down. if money was not the issue, I would travel more. In the last couple of years, I've gone out of the country, gone to Brazil and 2 countries in Africa. I would do more of that. I used to tell people, oh, I just love traveling. I just love traveling. And I noticed, well, I would just go a little bit in the States. I was not actually traveling. So I got the bug a little bit. So number 1, I would travel. Number 2, I still enjoy public speaking. I still enjoy storytelling. I've even started back with Toastmasters because of some things I need to polish. So in my public speaking, I would like to finish a couple of books, which I've started and gone into different directions, and also would like to give some more presentations. That public speaking kind of makes me feel good. I had stopped for a little while, and I noticed in the last couple of weeks, I've been in front of people about 3 times in the last couple of weeks, and I said, I feel good. I feel good.
Nice.
I also enjoy just working in my garden. I enjoy that. It's very peaceful. And looking up some just little housey things. If money was no problem, still those simple things make me happy.
Yes, that sounds really nice. For me, it's the same. I would like to travel, but I would have to get over the fear of some things. Flying longer than 3 hours. That's a big one for me. And I remember on our last cruise, we went to one of the islands, and I did try some things that I would normally not do. And yes, I was afraid, but I kept telling myself, nothing is going to happen that isn't supposed to happen. And if I have faith and believe, then I have to trust the process. So I got in the air on some rides and did some things on the ship that I would not normally do, and I survived it. So I'm thinking to myself, maybe I'll just take little steps, right? My next ride might be 4 hours on the airplane, and then I might venture out to a 6 hour and then an 8 hour. So I'm looking forward to that. I have a memoir that I have written. It is about 3/4 of the way complete. So I'm excited about getting that done. And of course, I ventured off into AI. So this business of doing online, I really enjoy that, designing different things, creating different things for personal use, not necessarily in the business of corporate, not in the business of corporate, but for other people. So I enjoy that. And teaching, I have my first course that I'll actually release this weekend coming up. So I'm moving along. I think I'm going to slow it down a little bit and stay focused in exactly what it is I want to do versus multiple things that I have been doing probably for the last, I'm going to say, year. So things did change from what I thought it was when I retired to where it actually ended up.
You know, Pam, I don't usually take the plane. I'm usually on the bus. And it was a big joke. They said, you went across the ocean. I said, it was something that was already in me that I was supposed to do. Travel, and since I was supposed to travel someplace, a distance, it still doesn't seem unusual that I was on the plane for about 8 hours.
Yeah.
However, I'm usually taking the bus.
When I think about it,
state.
it just takes my breath away when I think about it that I'm going to be flying. I get anxiety attacks like the minute I purchase that ticket up until we actually get on the plane, which, So
What you're talking about is that even at a more mature age, having retired, we're trying to alter a situation so we can have a better life for ourselves.
Right.
You want to venture out, you want to try new things, and you have the time to do it.
Yes.
Driving on the expressway is hard for me. So I had somebody to sit in the passenger seat as I drove past the airport and back. So it was okay. So it's if you have your job, if you have so many other things to do, you don't always have that time to think about and what your life is and what's holding you back. Now, like you said, 3 hours, 5 hours later, that comes with maturity, and that comes with, for us, once we retire.
Yeah, I had to adjust. So I had a problem with flying when the kids were young, because I think we had a couple of airplane crashes, which I lost some coworkers. But my husband told me, well, me and the kids, he said that me and the kids are going. So if you're going to stay, you're just going to have to stay. So no, I went on, got it. And then he said, you've never seen anybody, if we crash, you haven't heard of anybody surviving. And even when you sit by the exit door, but anyway, it's just a matter of faith. And then I sit by the window. I'm sitting by the window, and
I am now too.
I've flied by, I've gone by myself to meet. So I've been flying pretty good. I've gotten over that. And it says, what's that? Feel the fear and do it anyway, and have faith. And if you're going to go, it's your time. So we have to tell ourselves. I think that everyone should find some kind of affirmation that they use every day in their life, and also pick a music. And I have updated one of the songs that I feel that is very powerful. And I don't know if any of you heard it, but it's called I Celebrate Me. And if you haven't heard that, the lyrics are so powerful and so awesome. And it's by Inga Rose. First time I've heard of her. She's a Caucasian woman, but she does sound like she's one of the brown or black folks. But it's called, I truly encourage you to listen to that. And I think I started this month, and I listen to it about 2 or 3 times a day. And in the morning, it gets me going for me.
Yeah.
The other thing is, there are some things in my life that I may have talked about for years, but I'm hoping, like, if I hit that free time, Pam, I would really focus on decluttering.
Yeah.
And then I look around. I said, I can't do this by myself. But anybody I get, I'm going to have them solemnly swear. I solemnly swear not to tell the world what's in here. So I am still looking for someone to help me and let me just get over that. And if I get over that, girl, I'm on. Because I know my energy level will rise even higher.
Well, I believe you will. And I believe that when we do strive for something and accomplish it, it is such a good feeling. I did 2 capstones, certification programs in this course I'm in. The first one was a struggle. And when I completed it, I was just, it gave me the confidence that I whizzed through to that second one because I, doubted myself. And it's a lot of times we doubt ourselves or don't think things are good enough or, someone's going to judge us. And it worked out pretty good. So, it's an accomplishment.
Great.
Yeah.
And I am looking forward to one accomplishment, but I know I'm responsible. I can't blame anybody for this one here. I need to put in the time. And
Right.
that's
Absolutely.
again is singing. I didn't realize all the technical part of singing and the sounds. So I'm in that mode now, and I'm hoping that I can get up and running before I get kicked out of too many more groups of singing. But I love life. I think everybody should partake and experience what life has to offer. Even though we are thrown some challenges, I feel that we need to come up with solutions to our challenges and keep moving forward. Don't give in, because I always say this too shall change. If you change, whatever you're involved in, whatever happens in your life, it's going to change. So I'm looking forward to doing more enjoyment.
Well, before we wrap this up, I just want to ask one final question, and then anything else you want to offer or share. And jump in, whoever want to be first. What would be the one regret that you wish you had have done differently before you stepped out on faith and did that retirement?
For me, I wish I had stayed in school.
It's not too late to go back, but go ahead.
No, they say it's not too late. I only need 16 more hours. But when you're stressed and have everything, I have to get to that medium place so I can focus. And I still may go back for those 16 hours.
When I think back, what I regret I should have finished or accomplished before I retired, there's something that Berlin has just stated, that I'm still thinking about going back to school to receive another degree. And I could have done it before I retired. And I didn't. So that kind of bothers me.
And it's
I'm still
okay.
tossing that up.
Yeah, because they have so many opportunities now to finish school or go back online or go back in the classroom. I personally enjoyed the classroom. I've done online education and external learning, however they call it, but I always enjoyed being in the classroom.
The interaction.
I got more, the interaction. I guess my regret might be, I think it would only probably be that I started maybe my 401 or my savings, or someone would have really instilled in me the importance of saving in my early teens. Well, maybe not teens, like when you're 20. When 19, 20, when I actually started at the DMC, because it's something that we don't think about at 19. When you tell a 19-year-old you need to save for retirement, they look at you like, I got plenty of time for that. Ain't nobody trying to put no money up for retirement at 19 years old. I'll wait till I'm about 25, 30, 40. I wish I had done that then. And I think, I would have been a little bit more secure, definitely a little bit more off, because now, we had pensions. So I came through a time where there were pensions, so I still have a pension and a 401. But now these jobs are not offering these pensions. So these young folks are not necessarily worried about that now. You talk to a 19 or 20, 21-year-old, and they're like, please, I got another 40 years before I look at retirement. And so they think that's a long time. And it's really not.
Yeah. I guess I'm thankful that, Pam, I was a saver from way back when I was, when I started working I put my age up when I was 13. In fact, I carried it all the way over to the corporate world until I remember when I was they were really concerned because when I was like 27, I had saved just all my check I put away. And that time they had started, you can put in the 401k earlier.
Right.
And they say, I had enough, as if they've never seen nobody my age have that much. And then they started putting a cap. There's only so much you can save.
Yeah.
They started capping it. And now I think they raised it a little bit. But now, honey, I don't know where that is now.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right.
You're right.
Yeah. And then I look at, and when you get a certain age, when you get 60 and 70, I don't believe you need to be going and taking those risks at this 70 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And it's up to any individual. I think now is the time to spend. The other thing is, we always say, I'm going to leave all this for my kids. No, I feel that you need to get an insurance policy, put their name on it, all that other money you spend on yourself. Mm-hmm. Because you can remember back in the 80s when a lot of us left our houses to the kids, inherit the houses, they messed it up and they lost it all. Mm-hmm. So I think the ones now, they just moved. They have 5 or 6 jobs. And you're right, when we were coming up, if we didn't like our job, all we did is went and got pictures of the kids and say, okay, he needs some shoes, he needs the shoes, I'm gonna have to stay on this job. The ones nowadays, they doing good if they stay 5 years on a job because they move. It doesn't bother them. They'll go live with their friend and sleep on their couch and keep on working. It's a different mindset.
Yes.
And you are so true. I don't know what's going to happen. They have to be very disciplined and understand that they're going to have to use their 401k for their retirement. And we're still fighting.
If they're even contributing.
Right. And you almost have to, sometimes we have to let them go. Mm-hmm. Because they do the right now moment. They
live differently than we did.
Yes. We look towards the future.
Mm-hmm. I found out that there was offered in our building or in the school system that, not 401k, for tax shelter. Everybody's saying, what's tax shelter? What's tax shelter? Should we get into it? Should we get in plan A or plan B? A new thing, because we weren't taught how to save unless we would save in the bank. Having little jobs on the side when we were 13, 15, 18. Then in our job, we still didn't know. So there isn't enough education on the future or for young people to truly believe in the future.
I agree.
But yes, I agree. Right now, I said, this is me and myself and I need to save, and I also need to maybe get something extra, something on the side that I would be able to even do other things and not touch all my main money. Mm-hmm. So that also goes through my head. However, there's some time when you are that kind of person as a retiree, relatives seem to want to depend on you. And you have to be smart, you have to be selective, and you also have to be smart about it. Mm-hmm. But that happens with retirees and seniors.
Right. I tell them I'm on a fixed income.
Yes.
I am on a fixed income.
That's funny, Berlin, because I used to tell people when I was working, I was on the fixed income.
That's
because
right.
Being salary, my check was the same thing every doggone pay period. That's a fixed income, just like a retiree. Only thing about it is it wasn't guaranteed.
Hello.
They got rid of me. I lost that check.
Hello. And they need to know that. And then I would say, don't ask me to do for you what you won't do for yourself.
Yeah.
So we have family members will get in the bind, and then some family members, you want them to owe you. And you figure out how much do they owe me. So that's the amount of money I had to pay them to go away because they know they can't come back this way.
Yeah.
So I get cut. That is over with.
That is true.
No, and then I always say, hey, I got some work for you. Well, being an entrepreneur, I'm not giving free. I have some work that you can come and do if you want to make some money. So I stopped this now. Come and help me do this. Come in. They run for me now. So this is good.
Great. Okay, well, ladies, we're going to wrap this up. So if you have any closing remarks, whatever it is you want to say at this moment before we end this episode, please feel free.
I do believe we should have communities, different communities of people that are in our lives, that anytime, I won't say day or night, we can reach out for them and reach out to them for socializing and helpful things that are needed in our lives. I do believe we should strive to love ourselves, and as the saying goes, let your light shine. And if you can let your light shine, you will notice that your life and others will be a little peaceful and a little better.
Yeah. And I believe that there is life after 70. Do not stop. Number one. The other thing I say, build new relationships. Learn how to listen, stop the gossiping and getting in other folks' business. Stay on the surface of what you're doing and live life. There's so much life out there, and I think we should just go out there and have it abundantly. And being true to ourselves, and take care of our health as much as we can.
Amen. I want to say, add on to that as far as health, because that is number one. We want to be friendly to other people, kind. I know Gwen has got a whole kindness thing, but that is so true, because sometimes some of the seniors and things are just mean. And you have to be kind. You want to live in peace in these final chapters of your life, and just do whatever you can. Enjoy the rest of your life. You have worked all your life. You've given to others. It's time to make it convenient and easy for yourself, and do some of those things that you enjoy, particularly the things that you enjoy. And share whatever it is you can and help someone else.
Yes.
So we're going to call that a wrap. I appreciate both of you ladies for coming on, sharing this insightful conversation on retirement. And I'm wishing you both the best.
Okay,
thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to share.
Before we close, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for sitting with us in a conversation that doesn't always get talked about, at least openly, because retirement isn't just a milestone. It's a moment of truth. It asks you to look at your life a little differently, and sometimes to meet yourself all over again. If anything we shared today felt familiar to you, if it made you pause, reflect, or even exhale a little, then this conversation was meant for you. And wherever you are in your journey, approaching retirement, living in it, or just thinking about what's next, I want you to remember this. You're allowed to take your time. You're allowed to rediscover who you are. And you're allowed to create a life that feels good to you now. So until next time, take a moment for yourself. And as always, don't forget to pamper yourself.